Brethor asked. "Citra, my owl and my friend, and one of the last of that tied to my people in the north." The owl took to the sky as Jessia corked her potion back. Kealin looked up at her, and they locked eyes. He stared at her for some time. He could see something beyond her, something that gave him hope. He smiled, and she returned it. As Citra flew above them, they continued in the direction they had been beckoned before. Kealin had seen the image 3 times now, and each time it directed them in their direction of travel. The ground was turning green in more places, and they soon crossed over a wooden bridge where a swift-moving stream flowed into a valley spreading out before them. There was a village ahead.
"Finally, something besides wood and rock. Perhaps they have an inn?"
Jessia questioned. It was a small village and more of a farming community than anything. But there was something ahead, and the smoke rising up was much more than mere cooking fires. The distinct sound of screaming flowed toward them in the wind. Ruach drew his sword, but Brethor put his hand on his chest.
"We are strangers here, elf. We must tread carefully."
"No time for that," Ruach said. Kealin drew his blades as well. The one sword felt strange to him. His brother's blade, which had been his hand's for many years, was lighter than the Dwemhar blade. He saw his brother's face, and he shook it from thought. He had to focus. Brethor drew his sword, now approaching the village at a quick walk. There was a body ahead, and Ruach ran forward, kneeling down at the victim.
"What has attacked him?"
Jessia asked. Kealin noticed the man had multiple scratches and a bite mark of some kind that glowed with a greenish hue.
"Vampire?"
Brethor asked. "No, vampires do not leave marks this sloppy." There was another scream, and this one was closer and younger. A child came running around the edge of one of the wooden houses. His face was white, and tears flowed down his cheeks. Just behind him, a blackened form running on all 4s was in pursuit. From its eyes, a greenish glow whipped off its face like flames. Jessia pointed her staff and shot a blast of fire toward it. The fire did nothing, and it ran faster. The child ran to Brethor, who swung the boy behind him. Ruach ran forward, with Kealin just behind him. With a thrust of his blade, the scion stopped the creature in its run. The creature stood up, looked at him. It was a man, but its face was of decay and bone. Its body had a stench beyond death, and it hissed loudly as the elven blade seared its already blackened flesh. Kealin stabbed his Erlas blade into the body, and it collapsed.
"What is this?"
Kealin asked. "The dead summoned to our realm again," Ruach said. "But where there is one, there will be others. Spread out, and Jessia, fire magic is no good. Freeze them, and then use your blade." Brethor knelt down to the boy.
"Stay here, lad. Do not move from this spot."
They advanced into the village. The dead were everywhere. Aside from bodies, there were overturned pots, partially burning houses, but the victims' belongings were left just as they were.
"What has happened here? Were they raided for supplies?"
Jessia asked.
"No, it doesn't look like it. It was something else,"
Brethor guessed. The village itself was simple enough. In total, there were no more than 15 buildings, and a river stream was diverted into a raised bed growing vegetables in the harsh, rocky climate. "I do not understand this," Ruach began. "One of the undead, but no others. To have a single one and no others must mean that—"
"The one responsible is here,"
a voice said from behind them. Kealin and Brethor jerked to look behind them to find a woman with dark black hair. She wore tight-fitting leather and grasped a silver staff with a black orb at its tip. She laughed as she pointed her staff at a corpse away from them. A rush of green energy surged forward, enveloping the corpse. In a few moments, the body began to rise. It was a woman. The